Hey Bayek, it's me Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm going to do something I don't do a great deal of on my channel, but it's just to have about a chat. That's something that has just really occurred to me. And well, it's about, what do you think about great films being turned into TV series and spin-offs? Now, for me, this is interesting because I've just been watching Alien Earth, and to be honest, it's terrible. It is an absolute terrible show. I mean, it may look good, but the stories, what I've seen, it just awful. The script, even the acting, actually is not that good. So why are these being produced? Well, it's quite clear. It's just streaming fodder. They've got to put a product up on the streaming. I know. Let's get something that people might like. They love the Alien films. Hey, yeah, let's do a series on that. And what is even more shameful, see, I'm going off on here, is Ridley Scott obviously thought it was a good idea too, because he's put his name to this. He's involved. It may not be very actively, but he's got his names on the credit there in some sort of executive producer role. But really, this is terrible because, I mean, to me, the films are so good. They're brilliant. Why do you need to do this? Why do you need to spoil these stories by making them into TV streaming fodder? That's what it is, and it's really bad to see. I couldn't believe it, actually. I've heard people saying, yeah, this is not very good, and I thought, well, it can't be, can it? But yeah, I mean, I watched it and I'm just surprised. I mean, to me, it's wasting money. By heck, it is wasting money. What on earth are they doing? They're spending money on this, and it's an inferior product. Totally inferior. And why? Why are they doing it? Why aren't there writers now thinking, let's create new series? Because you think about it, in creativity, in the world of science fiction and horror, you can create wonderful things, and people do. I mean, there's some great films still being produced. I mean, look at Weapons, an absolutely brilliant film, probably one of the films of the year, and Sinners, of course, this year. Why can't they translate that kind of creativity into TV series? Because clearly they haven't. I mean, and we have had good TV series, that are built from TV series, but it doesn't seem to work from films. It really doesn't. I don't understand it at all. It's mind-boggling, really, because let's face it, if everybody seems to have come along, they've watched maybe a couple of episodes, if they've even managed to get that far, and then they're not watching, it's just a waste of money. They're not going to get the people watching these, and then the advertisers and people like that, they're not going to be that happy and wanting to hear. And then in the end, these might just disappear, and quite rightly so. They don't deserve even any history. That is me, as somebody who really likes things to be archived, and that people should be able to get these on physical media, which I hope, in a way, maybe, yeah, I hope people can get it, because I still believe strongly in physical media. But really, I mean, this is just appalling waste of money. You think of all the talent that goes into filming this, the people involved, and they get a terrible script. And then where did they get the actors from? Blooming heck. Some of the acting was really bad. I mean, I hate to say it. I really do, because, I was looking forward to it. And there it is. It's just bad. It's appalling. And I'm afraid it is linked, I think, to streaming. This is what we are producing, this fodder, this stuff that just goes on. They have to just put it on there to get it, viewers watching and make it worthwhile. But I'll tell you something, they'll see that people are not watching it in the end. They'll be thinking, well, why bother with this? I'm not going to bother. And for once, I know you hear rumours and things like that, and you think, well, I've got to examine it myself before I make a judgment, which is a good idea always. But then these rumours are correct. It really was bad. I couldn't believe it. I've not seen such a bad series for a long time. And there's other series that I don't follow and watch, which I suspect are just the same. This is something that's happening right across the board. They're producing this stuff, and it's all linked with streaming again. I mean, what can you say? Streaming is part of life. On the TV, era now that we're in. But really, if they keep this kind of standard up, people who love those films, like we all do, I mean, they're just such classic films. And we've got them on, it's just worthless to me. Absolutely worthless. They're nothing. The fact that I couldn't even finish them properly is just terrible. And therefore, applauding people like Steven Spielberg, who, if you've noticed, has never let any of his sort of films get involved in doing TV series. You could imagine that there'd be people going, oh, we're going to have E.T., the TV series, or Close Encounters of the Third Kind TV series, Oh, wow. Thank heavens that people like Spielberg have got the integrity to say, no, you're not doing that. If you've got TV series, which he has perhaps been involved in executive producer kind of roles and supported, yes, that's fine. These are meant for TV, new writers creating ideas and bringing these stories to us. That's great. But that's not happened. But in a way, it reflects on all of what is happening in the industry. Why aren't they finding good writers? I mean, it's a complaint we get all the week that, that this yet another sequel, another remake that is poor. That what is happening to the writers? But I know there is writers, as I've said, they're around. And when I watch a film like Weapons, I think, wow, these writers are brilliant. Oh, Sinners, of course. Sinners, what a classic that is of this year. Companion, brilliant film. Absolutely love these films. And it proves that there are writers out there. And we've got good films can still be produced. And they are being produced. But it should be translated into TV series as well. But it proves to me that if you've got a brilliant film, do not create it into a TV series. Please do not do it. It just doesn't work. This, it's a monstrosity. It was watching this. I just couldn't watch it after so long. That was it. It may look good. They may have put a lot of money into that, but they certainly don't put it into the scripts. There was no quality control at all, and the acting was pretty bad. Just generally, it just felt wrong, And I'm not going to continue wasting my time. I've got loads of films that I want to watch and see and enjoy because I love films. I'm not wasting my time on this TV series. And it's sad. And maybe it is something that is happening. I'm a great fan, always have been since I was a child, of Doctor Who, Star Trek, and look where they are now. But that's another conversation, I suppose, about, identity politics and all this sort of stuff that has infected the writing there. And they're just not the same. I mean, Strange New Worlds is not Star Trek now, really, is it? And that supposedly is one of the more decent ones. I just can't watch these things anymore. But that's another conversation, really. But this, it's just sad, isn't it? Because we treasure and love these films, so let's just keep it like that. Please keep it like that. Aliens is a great set of films. I love the whole saga, even the weaker ones, And Alien Romulus was, I know a lot of people perhaps were not as keen on all of that, but Alien Romulus was far, far better than any of this rubbish that I was just watching. And that's why it's trash, rubbish, and it's just streaming fodder. So please stop producing this. Get some decent writers in. Let's have some originality. You don't need to get films that are loved and then make these awful TV series. And that's it, yes. I know I have gone on, but I just felt strongly about this. I'm fed up of it. I really am fed up of it. So that's it. Please give this video a like. It's good for my channel, gets it out to YouTube, and hopefully other people might enjoy it. And also, if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments, and hopefully you might have something to say about what has been happening in this video. Of course, if you're still awake. Also, if you have liked the look of my channel, then why not subscribe? So if you subscribe, we'll let you know when I put out the videos, and you can also look in the playlists and see all the previous things that I've reviewed on this channel. I review a lot of TV series, I'll do films, and it's all a lot with retro feel, so just have a look, you might find something. And that's it, yes. So all I've got to say is, I'll see thee again.